Hello there, beautiful people. I hope you're doing well. Today we're here with the new Planet Zoo Australia DLC, and I wanted to check it out and see what it's up to and see what kind of items does it have because I really enjoy building in this game and I enjoy the aesthetics, the animals, and making everything fit to them, and also making everything aesthetically beautiful in the best of my abilities. And at first, I thought I'm gonna make this video short, just check out the items, what's in there, and later maybe build a series for a new franchise zoo in the Australia continent. And I thought I'm just gonna spend some time here checking the new items and checking what kind of stuff can I do with it. And it ended up me building for 4 hours because I just enjoyed it and I just lost track of time and was just basically enjoying myself building and constructing everything that I wanted it to be. And I built it in sandbox so I didn't have to worry about finances and nothing, just enjoy the pure building part. And I checked all the pre-built items that they have, all the staff facilities and some other items just to look at it, and started building my own staff facility that ended up being really huge, as you will be able to see. It has all the buildings that a staff facility needs to have, and some of them are double just to make it look nice and to fit the whole size and layout of the huge building it's gonna be. And here I checked all the boards, all the new stuff that there is, and decided to build on these light wood panels and just worked my way around it. I was thinking what kind of roof do I want to have on these buildings, and not usual to what I do, it has a really tall roof. Usually I just build very small compact buildings, usually 2 stories height, 2 floors, because I don't want to take a lot of space, and this big barn looking building takes up a lot of space. But also I enjoyed it because the pathing is really nice and easy, and I didn't have to struggle with building stairs, and we know that in Planet Zoo building stairs is something. And yeah, the only struggle I had was a little square top that I needed to fit something and I wasn't sure what's gonna fit there, but eventually I just landed up on this little roof at the top also, I think. We're gonna see in just a second. Yeah, build this little roof and build some details around it to make it look nice, and then I thought what's gonna work up there with those flat roofs. It just looked a little bit empty and the roof looked unsupported, and I didn't enjoy that idea, so I was thinking how to support the roof to make it look more realistic. And I was just trying out ideas and decided just on boards, just the same walls that were on the buildings. I like how it looks. Also, I put these columns just for detail to add some dimension and to add some visual breaking points for the walls so it didn't look so plain and basic. Also, I was thinking I'm just gonna make a little like a little entrance, little habitat, and just check out all the things that they have to offer, and ended up building just a new zoo basically. Because I enjoyed it and I really wanted to check out those vending machines that they have here, and because I always have this struggle when people need just some water somewhere further away from all the shops that are in the game. I don't want to build a kiosk further away from staff areas, so the staff had where to go when they needed some rest, and that usually makes me building a new staff area, then building more shops. And I really like the idea of having vending machines so you can just put them and don't have to have all that staff to look after them, just a mechanic. And I was building a koala habitat because, well, koalas are very cute little teddy bears, and I decided to start the zoo with them and building a habitat for them. So I just took some koalas, put them in quarantine, and in the meantime just build around the zoo. And I was thinking how to detail the toilets. I was liking some boards that were vertical and pretty slim just to cover it up, and I couldn't find them, so I just basically made my own walls like this, and to cover up all those columns, all those walls in the toilet. And yeah, that's how it looks. Checking out all the new stuff, wall decorations, shop decorations that it had, and I was really enjoying all the aesthetic look that the new pack has. Again, checking out all the new items because I just really wanted to see what's new, what looks cute, what's not, and ended up that this staff area needs some power, so I put a solar panel. And this staff area is gonna be on Steam Workshop, and it comes with a solar panel, so you can build it anywhere as far as you want it, and it's still gonna have power. By the way, from this build you're gonna have 4 items in Steam Workshop: 2 climbing frames, the whole habitat, how it ends up being finished, and the staff area as a whole. I was checking out some climbing frames, they were big and I didn't like them, so later I built my own. And I was just putting some trees, some greenery to make it look more natural and make the little koalas happy. I just wanted some simple round shelter that looked nice, didn't interfere with anything, just looked like a little building that little koalas could hide in to sleep, and had some private areas so people wouldn't disturb them, and they were pretty happy with the hard shelter. And later when they were little babies it wasn't enough, so I built another little one that was basically the same, just not that tall. And here I started to build a little climbing frame, put some more food enrichment, checked if they could climb trees, but it didn't really show as they could climb trees, but I know they can, so I was a little bit confused. But yeah, I built my own climbing frame so it fit the habitat, and you will be able to have this climbing frame on its own and the whole habitat fully in the Steam Workshop. Kept building some stairs, some support beams, because I know nothing will break and everything will hold its shape because it's a game, but I wanted it to look realistic, and in real life this would have no support and break quite easily, so I just added some thin beams for support, some of these vines for just a realistic look and to make it look more natural and fitting to the habitat, and adding some more space for koalas to climb on. Also, I made another climbing frame, this time a little bit smaller. I used one of the presets that they have in the game and just added to it, built another little climbing frame next to it and connected it with the vines so the koalas could just climb over from one to the other. Added some greenery around. Just checked that they need another shelter, so because there were a little bit too many, well, there's never too many koalas, but too many for the habitat, and they needed more hard shelters, so I built another small one. And again, I added more greenery because I saw they can have up to 100% of plants, so I just wanted to make it as much as I can so it still looked nice and the little koalas were happy. Deciding how to put this viewing place to look nice, and I just added this one little shade. I really wanted to make this viewing place that would come up into the habitat. I didn't want it to look just people going around the habitat and that's it. I really wanted them to go into and be able to see all 360 around the habitat. Here I was finessing with the barrier because it was a little bit tricky to put all those round edges, because when you put it round, not a straight barrier, it gets a little bit finicky at what angle does it round up. So I had to play around for it to be the way that I liked, because sometimes it just rounded off in some weird ways that I didn't really enjoy and I kind of wish could be different. But after some playing around, I found a way that works. I would put this rounded one smaller than straight, then round then straight, so it would turn in an angle that I needed, not just an angle it decided to turn. I lowered the barrier because koalas don't need a high barrier, and I think they just need 1 meter tall, but it has to be not climbable, so I just made it as high, lower than people's heads, so they would just see everything without the glass. And I was deciding the entrance, and I didn't find an arch that I would enjoy, and it looked quite blocky, so I just scrolled through stuff and until I decided what I wanted to build, and decided on this to make my own archway, my own entrance with some decorations and a sign. I have a little problem with the fonts that Planet Zoo have. All of them, well, at least most of them, in signs, especially when the signs are bigger, just looked cramped. Like all the letters looked cramped. It doesn't adjust to the size of the sign. I don't know. It just looks the fonts look childish, and it's not much to choose if you want like more simple stylistic, for example, without the outline of the font. Well, you can put the outline the same color as the words, but then it seems very blended in. I really struggle usually to put a font that I like in the signs, but I have 2 or 3 that look bearable, and I usually put those. Here I just put some information board and a speaker, connected all of them into a group, so I could duplicate them very easily and put them all around the habitat. I thought I was gonna just build for an hour, just check all the items and be done with it, and it ended up a really long build because I was enjoying myself and building around, make it look nice to the best of my ability. And I just spent quite a lot of time building this, detailing it, and enjoying my time building. Didn't really thinking about the video that I'm gonna make. I was just having a great time and checking out all the new stuff, basically everything that they have, and making everything look as natural as I can and as aesthetically pleasing as I can. Here I decided to put some wall decorations. I had a little problem with the color picker. It would turn off when I would press apply, and sometimes it would just turn off to the object itself, so I had not only just to choose color picker like as the color palette, but color tab on its own. And it was a little bit frustrating that I had to do it all the time because you don't always choose the right color at first try. But I still did what I wanted to do, chose the color that I liked, and then did some details here on the buildings, around the corners, and I chose not to do it on every corner so it wouldn't just look repetitive. And I really enjoy that it's not on every single corner. Some more wall details, some pictures, and some decorations. Here I had the ability to use the big wall pieces that they have, because I had this high ceiling staff area and I love them. Put my stuff so the staff would have some details and be happy with everything, how it looks. Put some flower beds, some flowers, some greenery, so it didn't look so empty in the space. Some more trees, some more flowers, some more greenery around it, also that the people, guests that were passing by would enjoy this place, and it didn't look, that it wouldn't disturb them and had a negative effect on the guests. Also added this huge staff sign letter by letter, and this font is also not the best, I think, and I don't really enjoy it. But it's the only big letters that we have, so I used it and tried to make it blend to the building as well as I can, so making the background these natural boards so it would blend to the building better. this little koala was taking screenshots here because I got a notification that it's gonna have a little baby. Yay, little baby koala having babies. So I was enjoying little fluffy teddy bears having the best life that they can, and putting some more trees, some greenery, making it more diverse, putting it around the climbing frames, around everywhere else, so it would just feel more green and the little bears would be happy. I put these trees and then I noticed that little koalas didn't like them, so I put more eucalyptus. And then I looked at everything from the top and I saw that everything just looks huge trees and decided to delete some and put some smaller ones so it would just break the visual effect, so not everything would seem one level. Yeah, just put some more food enrichment because there were new babies. They needed more food enrichment basically. I was thinking I was over and then I remembered I don't have information boards. So I just started putting them all around to where they fit and where I think people need them, because I usually forget them. I don't know, for me always people lack information boards and they always complain about information. And here I also thought I was finished and then I saw some trash on the ground and remembered I didn't put any trash cans anywhere in the zoo. So I had to go over all the places and put some trash cans all around it so people would have where to put trash. And now we're done. Here you can see some screenshots of a winking koala with a little baby, and that's my zoo. Well, a little one as it is, and my koala habitat and a huge staff area. I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed building it. It took me way longer than I thought. It's way bigger than I thought I'm gonna do. But we're gonna have 4 Steam Workshop items from this, 2 climbing frames, the bigger and the smaller one. We're gonna have the whole koala habitat on its own if you wanna use it in your build anywhere. And there's gonna be the whole staff area. And you can see koalas can climb this frame very easily. And yeah, this whole staff area is also gonna be on Steam Workshop, and thank God in this one you don't need any stairs and the pathing is very easy. It's just a cross shape or a plus shape. It's very easy to put in and I think it looks nice, and I enjoyed this build and I enjoyed the little koalas. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, please like, share and subscribe. Bye bye!